The Rapid City Stevens volleyball team closed the regular season with 17 straight wins and made quick work of Sturgis in the Sodak 16. Today, the top-seeded Raiders open the state tournament against Brookings. Opening set, the Bobcats start strong as Michaela Jewett sets up Kaylee Bartles, and the senior collects one of her team-high 8 kills. Jewett had 27 assists. Brookings leads 6-5. A few points later, Stevens trails by 2 but gets a point back as Marley Schneider gives to Phoebe Rossi. The 6'3 senior drops the hammer, 11-10 Cats. Later, tied at 13 off the Brookings serve, Schneider with another of her 31 assists. Elizabeth Schaefer rises up and tips it to the floor. Stevens wins the first 25-17 and advances to the semifinals with a sweep of the Bobcats. Another Class AA quarterfinal featuring O'Gorman and Mitchell. After saving set point twice in the first, O'Gorman pulls even as Sydney Wambach and Reagan Riley team up for the block. Knights close the set on a 5-0 run and win the opener 26-24. Second set, the Colonels trail by 2 but cut the deficit in half. Chelsea Brewster pummels a kill past the O'Gorman D. Brewster had a team-high 12 kills, 20-19 Knights. A few points later, O'Gorman has set point and works the ball to Emma Ronsick, who steps into one of her match-high 16 kills. Knights win the second 25-21 and the match in straight sets over Mitchell. Watertown advanced to the semifinals with a 5-set victory over Huron, winning the fifth 19-17, while Washington moves on with a 3-1 win over crosstown rival Roosevelt. A Class A contest pitting Miller against Rapid City Christian. Opening set, Miller leads 24-19 and grabs game 1 as Rachel Oligmuller goes cross-court to Vanna-Gail Schlechter, who collects one of her 12 kills. Oligmuller had 42 assists. After Miller started the second set on an 8-0 run, Rapid City Christian attempts to hang tough. Olivia Kiefer rips a kill down the far sideline, 9-2 Rustlers. Later, off the Miller serve, Rapid City Christian extends the lead and point as Kiefer tips it over, but the Rustlers set up Katie Fernholz, who posts one of her match-high 23 kills. Rustlers win the second 25-12 and complete a sweep of the Comets. Defending Class A champion Sioux Falls Christian met Parker. Chargers dominated the opening set, working the ball to Abby Glanzer, who rips one of her 7 kills past the Pheasant D. Sioux Falls Christian wins the first 25-4. Second set, Parker trails by 5 but gets a point back as Raylan Jurgens stuffs Lauren Timms at the net. Block earns the Pheasants a point, and it's 15-11. Ahead to set point, Parker misplays the serve and Kylie Van Egdom makes them pay. She puts away one of her match-high 19 kills, 25-22 Chargers in the second. Sioux Falls Christian advances with a sweep of Parker. Elk Point Jefferson advanced to the semifinals with a sweep of Winner, while McCook Central Montrose scores a 3-1 victory over Aberdeen Roncalli. We'll have highlights from the Class B and Central Region volleyball tournaments next. We'll be right back. Northwestern has captured back-to-back Class B volleyball championships and enters this year's tournament as a top seed and favorite to win the title. Today, the Wildcats open tourney play against Kimball White Lake. After winning games 1 and 2, Northwestern rolling in the third as Madeline Groft sets up Sydney Shell, who splits a pair of defenders. She had 10 kills, 14 for Wildcats. A few points later, Northwestern adds to its lead, working the ball to Caitlin Fishback, who uncorks one of her 11 kills, 16-5 Wildcats. Later, off the Northwestern serve, Kimball White Lake gets a point back as Kennedy Lieferman tips it to the floor. She had a team-high 6 kills, but Northwestern wins the third 25-8, completing the sweep of the Cats. Another Class B contest featuring Chester Area and Ethan. After winning game 1, Chester Area serves for the second. Maddie Miller's dig comes back over the net, and Jenna Lee Hoyer finishes off the point. Flyers win the second 25-15. Third set tied at 11. Ethan's Jessica Barcher leaves it for Carly Gustafson, who drops the hammer, one of her match-high 13 kills, 12-11 Rustlers. A few points later, Chester Area regains a lead as Jaden Wages rips a kill off a defender. Flyers take the third 25-23, winning the match in straight sets. Faith lost sets 1 and 2 against Fulton Area, but rallied to win the match in 5, 15-11 in the fifth. while Warner earns its spot in the semis with a sweep of Burke. Concordia St. Paul and SMSU clashed at the Central Region Tournament. Opening set leading 24-22, the Mustangs grabbed the early advantage. St. Paul sends a free ball over the net, and SMSU turns to Taylor Reese, who supplies a kill. 1-0 Mustangs. Game later, Concordia St. Paul pulls even as Elizabeth Moore back sets to Brooklyn Lewis, who goes cross-court for the kill. Golden Bears win the second 25-22, and the match in 5, 16-14 in the fifth. Another Central Region match pitting Washburn against Northern State. After splitting the first 4 sets, the Wolves add to their 2-point advantage in the fifth. Sally Gall comes up with a block. NSU leads 9-6. Washburn tallied the game's next 6 points, though, en route to a 14-12 lead and seals the match with a block of its own. The Ichabods outlast and eliminate Northern State in 5, 15-12 in the fifth. A pair of top-ranked mid-majors met in Des Moines as Drake hosted USD. The closing seconds of the first half, South Dakota down 9 until Madison McKeever stops, pops, and buries a long 3. She had 10 points, 40-34 Bulldogs at halftime. Third quarter, the Coyotes continue to battle. Taylor Frederick hits the 18-foot jumper. She had a team-high 15 points. Drake, though, leads 54-47. Fourth quarter, the Bulldogs pull away. Nicole Miller catches and connects for 3. She had a dozen points. Drake hands South Dakota its first loss, 76-60.